Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to Tekpon. Today our guest is Tomi, the CEO and co-founder at Sniffie. Hello.
Hi, Christian. Hi.
Very nice to meet you. Please tell us what your company does.
So we at Sniffie help e-commerce and retail companies to optimize their pricing, their product pricing to be precise.
What is the biggest problem that you see with your customers? What is the biggest problem that you solve?
So biggest problem is that in most of our customers, they run large portfolios of products.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing what's the optimal price point is the burning problem in any e-commerce or retail store. So we help with AI to understand what your actual demand is and how to set optimal prices.
Oh wow! And for example, if a customer joins a website, they can see different prices at different products. Let's say today and tomorrow, or how does it work?
Knowing basics, yeah. So you can do it manually, even without our software. But what it does, our software, is that it studies all your transactions
Okay.
and then gives you an idea of the demand versus price. So meaning how will people react to different price points, and then compared to your costs, how optimal those price points are, and if to change up or down. So what's the forecast of your price changes? So that's basically what we do.
And what are the top features of your product?
No, when we're talking about high number of products, so it's first of all already about the like price management. That when you have thousands of products, so how to manage all those price points and make sure that you know which prices to change.
Mm-hmm.
But then definitely the AI pricing optimization, price simulations, and even discount optimization, so that your teams know what kind of discounts to give, what type of prices to set, even to in seasonal products to run markdown campaigns with AI to make sure that you actually don't create waste, but you get rid of the products that you have in a timely and in a profit optimized manner.
And what is the pricing for your product for Sniffy?
So it starts from 389 in the small packages, and then it naturally goes up depending on how much you use different services. So it's based on the consumption.
What are your use cases? You already mentioned e-commerce shops, but maybe
Yeah.
anything else?
So optimizing different workflows from discount campaigns to even dynamically change prices against your competitors, or automate your pricing, that if there's a lot of people doing different price changes, that it makes sure that your prices are always profitable, pricing mistakes are probably automatically corrected. So I would say that the most use cases are definitely simulating right price changes using price optimization and markdown. So markdown meaning that if you have, for example, clothes like a college shirt, so when it's coming to an end of season, you can automatically use AI to sell it out, and then knowing that you get the best profit out of it.
Amazing. Wow, amazing. And do you have any integrations?
We do have ready-made integrations for several platforms or ecosystems, but mainly the main ecosystem that we're currently focusing on is Shopify. So there we have a private app that you can even in the demo phase get a demo with your live data automatically. So that helps a lot, of course, to understand the value what you're getting.
Absolutely. And is this a competitive space? How do you differentiate?
Yeah, it is a competitive space. There's a lot of different pricing tools to take into use. Most of the pricing tools are very niche, focusing on a simple work case or workflow. But when it comes to AI-driven pricing tools, so then there starts to be much more limited space, especially in Shopify space. So we start to be one of the key players in that space to optimize your pricing.
Thanks for sharing. And when exactly did you start the company?
We started in 2017, or started working for the company. It was started a bit earlier on. Me and my co-founder both worked elsewhere during that time, but we've been active since 2017.
And how did you come up with the idea? Why did you decide to solve this problem?
So it's after several pivoting.
Okay.
So that's probably something that many entrepreneurs in tech space see, that you come up with an initial idea, then you test it, you get a lot of beta customers, and you find out that you are not actually solving a burning issue. So we gradually came up. We were earlier heavily involved in price monitoring space. And there we noticed that our customers needed more and more guidance on how to use that price monitoring data. So meaning competitive data that you scrape from competitors. So we started developing a pricing tool. Then we moved into the AI space. And now the software actually gives you even insights on what to do. So what are show me the products that would benefit from a price increase, or show me the products that would benefit from a price decrease.
Wow.
And are too low in stock or something else. So it guides the user to make it simple to really find the issues that you can lift your profits.
Have you raised any funding?
We have. We took a seed round in 2021, late 2021. So we're still in that kind of development mode. We're currently 15 people working from Helsinki, Finland. We have customers globally, but still in a fast development mode.
What was your biggest challenge since starting the company?
As in any entrepreneur, so I would say too optimistic views that you are actually solving a real problem.
Okay.
So that probably would be the biggest challenge. There isn't. I don't see, mistakes as a negative thing. Those are something that you can always learn from. They only become real issues if you don't have enough time to fix those.
Yes.
So we were probably that kind of pessimistically optimistic all the time, that we reserved enough cash to make pivoting after every phase. And that's still one of our key features, that we try to keep it very lean.
And I wanted to ask you, how did you get your first customers?
So we created actually the first product that we had was a search engine optimization tool. So we scraped from the web different details. Now, it was actually a good tool. But then we thought that, okay, there's so much competition, let's move into market intelligence. Well, that was the initial beta version of our product. So we directly contacted customers. I think we got like a couple of hundred customers to try it out. And then noticed fairly quickly that when we started talking about money, that you would pay for the service, everyone liked the idea, but then there was no real use case. So then we thought that, okay, let's try to make a scalable product with price monitoring. So that's one of the areas of market intelligence. And some of the beta customers really loved it and turned it into a paying customers immediately after that we had pivoted. And even the first customer that took our service is still today, after 5 years, paying for the service and happily using it. So
congratulations.
Yeah,
that says something. Yeah. And today, what is your most successful go-to-market strategy that you use?
No. First of all, I would say it's a bigger like philosophical approach. I wouldn't say that there's a actual tactic that works
Okay.
best.
Okay.
Maybe even cold calling to some extent. But being in the ecosystem where you are, that you're well known, that the awareness is there, you have good partners that you cooperate, even they would take a longer time to get that foothold, but you actually get partners who believe in you, and then being able to give the evidence of your net profitability for the customers in a first discussions. So those, I would say, are the main key features. And nowadays we are able to do that. So having a discussion, is this a burning problem for you, in a discovery call or whatever, they download our free trial. So then we are able to show them immediately with the demo that, okay, here's your products, these would benefit from these stages or these changes, and then this is what we would do. So it's probably the main point that you can immediately show the net worth for the service when they do the demo.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's a different perspective, but I really appreciate it. I love to hear the future vision for the company.
Yeah. So I believe that in coming few years, especially the e-commerce space, but also I'm seeing that in the retail space, that the prices start to be fairly dynamic, that they, react to cost changes, especially in the times of inflation. But in next 2-3 years, I would say that most of the e-commerce and retail players use AI to optimize their pricing, because it's a very chaotic landscape. If you have high number of products, let's say you have 5,000 products, so manually keeping up with all the changes, it's impossible. So we see that in few years, the e-commerce and retail space definitely is going to use AI to price their products. It doesn't mean that every price change is automatically changed because of AI, but AI will be a base layer for all the data crunching to make profitable and reasonable price changes, even if it's then manually accepted.
Did you implement AI before the launch of ChatGPT, or did you just
Yes. So
ride the wave?
we've been working with the AI for several years now, and there's a lot of good reference cases that we've been able to even share to our customers, where customers use either semi-automatically, so they get suggestions based on AI and then they confirm it themselves, or there are customers that just put it out there and run it totally with AI and get good results. So I truly believe that the AI will change, but it doesn't mean that it takes off from people.
Yeah.
It actually takes, in many cases, that there needs to be more concentration from the pricing and product management side, and especially from the marketing teams, that everyone's on board. If they're giving out discounts or making price changes, that there isn't that kind of double dipping happening, that you get too good prices as a consumer.
Well, you have an amazing product. It's fascinating. Thank you so much for sharing. I'd love to hear how you started your career right after college, let's say.
Yeah, so I started from very brute force cold calling. So I graduated from London. It was in early 2000, and then moved back to Finland, got a job selling internet recruitment ads. So I did that for 1 year. Then with a friend of mine, I started a ad agency or marketing agency, whatever you call it. So we did that for 5 years. So my background is heavily from sales and marketing side.
Okay.
Then I sold it, moved into bottled water business. So I've been selling bottled water for restaurants globally for several years.
Mm-hmm.
Then did interim management. I don't know how familiar you are with the term, but the idea is that when companies need quickly people to join into director, manager roles, So they hire outside consultants to do that. I did that for a few years, and then now we're doing Sniffie. So this is my 5th company currently.
Great journey. And what would be your best piece of advice for a founder?
For a founder, I would say that never expect too fast results. That be realistic, that it takes time. So I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I've seen companies grow really fast, and that's great. But in most cases, it is very tedious work that takes time. It doesn't matter if you succeed in 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, but enjoy the journey and make sure that you're never too optimistic about the future, because then you run out of cash. And the final point would be that make sure that your burn is enough, that you can, you have enough runway to make your vision reality.
I appreciate your advice. And what's your favorite SaaS product that you use apart from Sniffie?
Currently, I actually love Notion. I don't know if that's familiar to you.
Of course.
But it's a very simple, no, not even simple, but it's a tool that you can optimize different processes and organize the work fairly flexibly. So I love that tool currently, and it's fairly intuitive even. So even if it's a bit techy, but I love Notion, yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to mention on today's podcast?
Not specifically. Just, if there's any entrepreneurs listening, so make your vision and dreams true by really working hard.
Thank you so much for sharing. I really enjoyed the conversation, and I wish you the best of luck with Sniffie. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you.